Best for last, every NFL game can be described, we believe, succinctly in just 3 words, and here you go. Minnesota, New Orleans, lights, Kamara, action. Alvin Kamara, first player in the NFL since Gale Sayers in the mid-'60s to have 6 touchdowns in a game. In fact, it ties the oldest single-game record in NFL history. Ernie Nevers, back in 1929. I didn't see Ernie play. We don't have film of it. Congratulations to Alvin. Tampa Bay, Detroit. Admit you're wrong. You thought Brady was washed. I thought he would be Matt Ryan. He's way better. He's like Aaron Rodgers. First of all, in his last 4 quarters, 2 against the Falcons, 4 against the Lions, 6 TDs, no picks, and 680 yards passing. 13 years, Tampa Bay playoff drought. Brady arrives, made the playoffs. San Francisco, Arizona, too much Kyler. Season high 50 pass attempts, season low 66 passer rating. They're simply asking too much of him. I also wonder for Kyler Murray, smaller body, taking a lot of hits in a great division, if he's not wearing down a little at the end of this year. Miami and the Raiders, still occasionally magical. Ryan Fitzmagic, game-winning drive, 19 seconds, even somebody pulling on his helmet. Listen, too much of a gunslinger in 2020 to be my franchise guy, but incredibly athletic, lets it rip, strong, never nervous in big spots. He feels he's like a little bit of an outdated relic, a gunslinger, like a less talented Brett Favre, but he can be magical. He has his moments, and he did against the Raiders. Giants, Baltimore, control their destiny. Ravens can clinch a playoff berth with a win against the Bengals, and I think they will. Say what you want. The Ravens are a top 10 defense, a top 10 coach, the number 1 rushing team, top 5 on third down, and Lamar has had a beautiful month. Baltimore simply too good, in my opinion, not to be a playoff team in any conference in any year. Colts, Steelers, 2 old heavyweights. Listen, Big Ben had 3 TDs and 340 passing yards, and it snapped a 5-game streak with an interception, at least one. I thought this pass was the first time in about 7 weeks where Ben aired it out. I don't know if it was Red Bulls at half, but it was his best half of football against a pretty decent defense in Indianapolis. Good for the Steelers. Cleveland Jets, Baker botched it. Hey, I knew he threw 53 times, but he had 3 fumbles. He put it on the ground. I know he was missing a linebacker, receivers, offensive linemen. Welcome to Sam Darnold's reality. This offense is virtually perfect. Best, highest graded O-line, very dynamic receivers, 2 great backs, excellent tight ends. This weekend they couldn't run. Offensive line production regressed, and Baker was very average. Atlanta, KC, ugliest win streak. 10 straight. The Chiefs remain the worst red zone defense in the NFL. Atlanta was 2 for 2 in the red zone. Red zone defense, 78% of the time, people score in the red zone on the Chiefs. That's the worst in the NFL. Chicago, Jacksonville, the Windy City. Meaning we never know which way the wind blows with the Bears. They're either awful or on fire. 4 straight games, 30-plus points. Has not happened in Chicago since the 60s. Cincinnati, Houston. Did not watch. Carolina, Washington. Carolina, Washington, down the Dwayne. Dwayne Haskins is done. He was bad. 37 passer rating, lack of maturity, biggest game of the year for Ron Rivera, and the kid couldn't step up. Feel bad. He looks the part. He's big. He's strong. He's got a rifle for an arm. Pretty accurate thrower, but maturity dooms him. It happens to a lot of young quarterbacks. Denver Chargers, not a lock. Folks, Drew Lock's career, 59% completion percentage, 77 passer rating. I'm Elway. I'm losing patience. Rams, Seahawks, just 2 drives. A 7-play 70-yarder, and then a 9-player at the end of the game. Russell Wilson, twice in the game, took it over. 2 great drives, all they needed. Philadelphia, Dallas, playoffs still possible. The Dallas Cowboys beat the Giants, combined with a Washington loss, and they're in the playoffs. How about that? And Green Bay, Tennessee, a statement win. Packers defense held Ryan Tannehill under 150 passing yards and Derrick Henry under 100 rushing yards. Packers had no penalties and no punts. Impressive. In bad weather at Lambeau. Looks like they'll be hosting their playoff ride. That's good stuff. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.